Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for July 4th, read by Sarah M. from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. Freedom. Looking back, we see that our freedom to choose badly was not, after all, a very real freedom. When we chose because we must, this was not a free choice either, but it got us started in the right direction. When we chose because we ought to, we were really doing better. This time, we were earning some freedom, making ourselves ready for more. But when, now and then, we could gladly make right choices without rebellion, holdout, or conflict, then we had our first view of what perfect freedom under God's will could be like. Bill W., May, 1960, The Language of the Heart, page 302. Thought to consider. Within our wonderful new world, we have found freedom from our fatal obsession. AA acronyms: FINE, free, independent, new, and energetic. Just for today, acceptance from happiness. Accept the things you cannot change. So simple. If the problem cannot be solved today, why, simply drop it. I grant that this is not always easy. It takes self-discipline, a faculty infrequently found in newly sober alcoholics. New Hartford, New York, USA. Came to believe, page 111. Daily reflections. A natural faith, deep down in every man, woman, and child, is the fundamental idea of God. It may be obscured by calamity, by pomp, by worship of other things, but in some form or other it is there. For faith in a power greater than ourselves, and miraculous demonstrations of that power in human lives, are facts as old as man himself. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 55. I have seen the workings of the unseen God in AA rooms around the country. Miracles of recovery are everywhere in evidence. I now believe that God is in these rooms and in my heart. Today, faith is as natural to me, a former agnostic, as breathing, eating, and sleeping. The 12 steps have helped to change my life in many ways, but none is more effective than the acquisition of a higher power. As Bill sees it, boomerang. When I was 10, I was tall and gawky, and smaller kids could push me around in quarrels. I remember being very depressed for a year or more, and then I began to develop a fierce resolve to win. One day, my grandfather came along with a book about Australia and told me, "This book says that nobody but an Australian bushman knows how to make and throw the boomerang." Here's my chance, I thought. I will be the first man in America to make and throw a boomerang. Well, any kid could have had a notion like that. It might have lasted 2 days or 2 weeks, but mine was a power drive that kept on for 6 months, till I made a boomerang that swung around the churchyard in front of the house and almost hit my grandfather in the head when it came back. Emotionally, I had begun the fashioning of another sort of boomerang, one that almost killed me later on. AA Comes of Age, page 53. Big Book Quote. Sometimes we hear an alcoholic say that the only thing he needs to do is to keep sober. Certainly, he must keep sober, for there will be no home if he doesn't. But he is yet a long way from making good to the wife or parents whom for years he has so shockingly treated. Alcoholics Anonymous into Action, page 82. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. In Alcoholics Anonymous, there is no thought of individual profit, no greed or gain, no membership fees, no dues, only voluntary contributions of our money and ourselves. All that we hope for is sobriety and regeneration, so that we can live normal, respectable lives and can be recognized by others as men and women willing to do unto others as we would be done by. These things we accomplish by the help of each other, by following the 12 steps and by the grace of God. Am I willing to work for AA without material gain to myself? Meditation for the day. What is sometimes called by religion as conversion is often only the discovery of God as a friend in need. What is sometimes called religion is often only the experiencing of the help and strength of God's power in our lives. What is sometimes called holiness is often only the invitation of God to be our friend. As God becomes your friend, you become a friend of others. We experience true human friendship, and from this experience we can imagine what kind of great friend God can be. We believe Him to be a tireless, selfless, all-conquering, miracle-working friend. We can reach out to the great friend and figuratively take His hand in ours. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may think of God as a great friend in need. I pray that I may go along with Him. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota, 55012. I'm Sarah, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.